Is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today? A little bit more on the gray rock method with how to handle the psychopath, or even in some situations the narcissist in your life. Now, the gray rock method is a system or a mindset or a tool for how to handle the psychopath, meaning that the gray rock, if you make yourself to be very boring to them, like a gray rock. So if I were to have a gray rock right here, a typical, from a construction site or, a beach, a gray rock would be something that would be relatively overpassed or something that would not interest somebody. If they were to see it on the ground, they wouldn't pick it up, they wouldn't think it was very interesting. It just wouldn't get their attention, it couldn't do anything for them. In other words, it wouldn't be a source of supply for the narcissist or the psychopath. And the author of that method, the gray rock method, basically supports finding a way for you to make yourself less attractive to this person. So if you're less attractive, they're not as prone to target you, to try to keep you in their circle of influence, they're not as apt to keep you around in a relationship. They're basically more apt to let you go or try to break up with you or get rid of you or not approach you, because you're just no longer of interest to them. You no longer have what it takes to be supply. You no longer qualify to be around them, to be with them. You're no longer of interest because you don't fill them with that sort of feeling like, oh, you're in my exceptional circle of the people who I choose and unchoose to be, part of my support network or my inner circle or my supply, as it were. Well, now this method is beneficial. I do understand where it's coming from, and as I alluded to in my previous video, and handling the narcissist or the psychopath, I definitely recommend taking a mindset and a new approach and changing up your communication style and your behavior as well around these people as a method of effectively dealing with them. Now, especially once you have exposed the narcissist or the psychopath, you're now seeing them for who they really are. You're now seeing them in their true light. You're now seeing the lies that you've seen their methodology, you've seen what they're capable of. You're seeing that they no longer really have a heart. There's not a person within there. The person who you've been engaging with is really just a facade, a mask, a persona, a put on, a created character. There's nothing genuine about it. What they have created is an artifice. It's a cunning tool to such a severe degree, to such an extreme degree, that they're able to manipulate, pull one over on people so that they are believing that this person is someone who they are in fact not. And it goes to such a degree that they can ask people to be married to them, they can hold jobs, they can be extremely charismatic, good looking, intelligence. They're using their high energy and their lack of conscience and lack of empathy to kind of superficially absorb information and pretend to be espousing a cause, representing a cause, being religious people, caring about humanity, wanting to go out and have fun, when they're really just thrill-seeking or really just scooping up people to be a source of supply for them, which they live on their reactions. Very hard to imagine living this way. It's a very inverted, backwards, very it's a very desolate place to live, I can imagine. Desolate meaning having no life, no real growth, no real connection to values, other than, trying to take people over and master them. So knowing that this is where they're coming from, how do we protect ourselves? How do we go, whoa, enough is enough. I'm putting my foot down, on come the brakes. I'm no longer going further into this relationship. I'm invested with this person emotionally. I'm invested with them financially. Enough is enough. I have lost enough time. I've lost enough money. I've lost enough personal self-worth in trying to help this person, be in a relationship with this person, live the good life with this person. Now I've seen more. How do I handle it? Well, the gray rock method is basically saying, well, give up, all your, give up of yourself so that you try to make yourself disinterested to them. So, becoming boring and becoming of a disinterest to them is effective. However, I really believe in coming from a space of empowerment, clarity, enlightenment, knowledge, and truth, because that is your power. And immediately when you expose them is when you should begin applying these tools. It's not, I'm waiting for the first of the year and I can make my New Year's resolution, or I'm waiting until I get a new job. Yes, you have to be smart in terms of plotting your exit. However, I would not recommend continuing to feed into their lie, because you're really just taking from yourself. And to merely try to subdue yourself, oppress yourself, grind yourself down and becoming disinterested is not who you are as a person. And I recommend more coming from, I would say, a clear rock approach, where you're coming from an enlightened space, an aha moment, a discovery. Once you've seen the unfolding of the depth and intricacy of lies that the psychopath can weave, you really no longer want to be affiliated with them, nor should you be affiliated with them, because they are capable of some pretty horrendous things, and you do not want to witness the drama. You do not want to be, on the Jerry Springer show. You do not want to be, humiliated through the neighborhood, in front of your kids, in front of your family, in front of yourself. You want to save yourself the anxiety of going to that rock bottom. Sometimes people have to hit rock bottom, and sometimes exposing them is the rock bottom. And let's not let there be more rock bottoms to hit. So in terms of dealing with them and coming from more of a clear rock method, which is kind of parlaying off of this gal, her gray rock method, which means being disinterested. And I just read, for the first time today, her description of that. But I would definitely recommend these following tools. One, refusing to have eye contact with them. Number one is no contact. So if you're in a relationship with them, you need to let it go immediately. Get yourself whatever help is needed. Start the process. It's like the Band-Aid. It's like they say, the easier, the quicker you rip it off, the better. You don't need to, and have it, hurt you in a prolonged, kind of process. So the quicker you can get out, the better. Make a smooth exit strategy. Get your ducks in a row. Get things in line for yourself so you can do this smoothly and as quickly as possible. And it's kind of like crunch time. It's now's the time to fill up your pack and get a move on it. So number one is your exit strategy. Number two is, if you have to be in some sort of proximity, location, dwelling with them, if you have to be around them, you see them at work, etc., I would definitely recommend, number one, no eye contact. Do not look at them. Do not make it obvious. Do not, turn your shoulder, and being it's obvious that you're reacting to them. Just treat them literally like a stranger, because they are a stranger. The narcissist and psychopath is not the person who you thought they were. They absolutely are not. It amazes me the heights that they can attain in society and in a family on such a crook of lies. I mean, it's absolutely mind-boggling. So, you need to treat them like a stranger, not like, who are you? But you need to, start cutting off any sort of emotional connection that you used to have to them in your own self. And just saying, okay, I got a grip on this now. This person is not who I thought. I made an honest human mistake. I had tried and done everything I could with this person. I took all of my heart and gave it to them. I was manipulated. I was deceived. I was conned. It was all these things. It is what it is. Okay. Lesson learned, accepted. I'm going to move on now. And now I'm going to treat them as if, that person is erased, ground down to a pile of dust and blown away. Okay? Even though they're standing there, they're not the person who you think that they are. You cannot give them another chance. It is what it is. And if you have to be in the same proximity, you don't consult with them, you don't ask them questions, you don't engage them in conversation, you do not look in their general direction. You walk by smooth as silk. You do not acknowledge them. If they talk to you, just keep walking. Yes, you can keep walking. You don't have to, close your ears to them. You don't go la 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 la, because they know, the more silent you can become, the better. Silence is golden. Silence is your friend. Zipping the mouth is your friend. Putting blinders on is your friend. And the narcissist or the psychopath generally won't freak out and be intimidated and start to stalk you. Okay, they, if anything, will just know that you have uncovered the truth and you have exposed them. That's their greatest fear. That's what they're trying to cover up. That's what they've been trying to hide. That's what they do upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. More, and it's just inhuman, the extent of the lies to which they do and then the acts to which they commit. It's very disgusting, and you've probably only seen the tip of the iceberg. And you don't want to see more because, if you want to go watch a scary movie, go watch a scary movie if that's what you're into, but do not make a part of your life. Do not relate to with these people. If you really want to, fill up the void, get a new puppy or volunteer at an old folks home, because you would be better served surrounding yourself with anything else, moving. Anything else, because it's going to help escalate your healing, and it's actually what's required. It seems extreme, but you know what? These people underneath are hazardous to your health. They are literally poison, toxin. You're messing with, a monster. And, not like the Cookie Monster, you're messing with someone who spells a lot of trouble. And, you do not want that around in your environment. You don't need that kind of stress. You just don't. You don't want to be breathing in any more pain. So it's these senses, if you have to be around them, look at their shoulder, look at their chin, look at the top of their earlobe. They won't say, why aren't you looking at me? Just continue on like they have not even said anything. And if you're uncomfortable doing this, good. You need to keep doing it. You need to carry on and keep doing it. Almost like you're walking through them like they're not there, like they're a stranger. That is a very effective way, and you're going to find that you really protect yourself moving forward that way. And if you have to respond to them in a very dispassionate, neutral tone with no emotional content, with no emotional sort of feeling, respond to them in a very short blurb, 1 or 2 words, 3 words maximum, and just sort of, or just some sort of acknowledgement, and then just keep walking, just literally, or turn your, turn away from them, literally, just try to position it and pivot your body away. These will help. Peace and harmony here with you here today. Please share and subscribe for more great tools, videos, and discussions.